Alright, so, since the Godzilla versus Wordgirl story went over so well, and that, Wordgirl is clearly like a lot of people are really excited about talking about it again, I decided, wouldn't it be fun? And since I did nothing on Monday, which for those who don't know, Monday was really big because it was the 84th anniversary of my favorite DC superhero, Superman. So I had a Reese's Pieces moment. Today, I'm going to be doing a Superman Wordgirl crossover for this fanfiction idea. Now, yeah, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. Now, the story begins with Becky at school, and it's more or less it's like a not really a job fair, but more like what jobs you could. It's like a kind of like a work fair, more like the kids are getting to see jobs from around, like jobs they could get in the future. It's kind of like that, where it's talking about future jobs they could get in the future and inspire them. It's kind of like a big inspirational. It's all inspirational and stuff. And Scoops is all excited because a rock star, someone he considers a rock star, is coming to from Metropolis to Fair City, and that person is Lois Lane. Yeah, he idolizes Lois Lane. Scoops is all about her. Like, he thinks she's the most awesome person on the planet. Finding out these great stories, getting the latest scoops, all of that. See what I did there? Scoops. Yeah, he literally thinks she's the coolest person on the planet. So, and he's like, and Clark's there too. Clark came with her, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, Lois Lane! Can I get a picture with you? What's the latest scoop on what's your thoughts on Fair City? For personal exclusive." And then he sees Clark Kent, and he goes, "Oh, Clark Kent's here too. Neat." And Clark's like sitting there, like, he's looking at his wife and going, "How? All right, I guess I'll let her have it. Like, fine. And Lois is like, "Oh, give it a rest, Smallville. You get all the adulation all the time in the tights. Let me have this one," because Lois is all like, "This is really this is the coolest thing ever." But Becky is talking to Clark, and she's like, "Wow, you guys are from Metropolis. That's where That's where Superman's from." He's like, "That's right, that's right, kid." And she's like, "What's it like being around Supergirl?" He's like, "Kind of like being around Wordgirl, where Superman is, always wants to fight for what's right. He wants to protect everyone, much like Wordgirl. I'm pretty sure Superman would love to meet her sometime." And Becky goes, "I'm sure Wordgirl would love to meet Superman sometime." So we're obviously, Becky is interested in meeting Superman, but at the same time, she knows, she basically says, "I've never had," she's talking to Bob later, and she's like, "I always wanted to meet Superman, but I never got the opportunity because I'm always busy fighting villains. So what am I supposed to do? Just drop everything, go say hi to Superman? What am I even supposed to say hi? What am I even supposed to say to the Man of Steel? What am I supposed to say?" Now, while this is going on, out in the reaches of space, the frozen Miss Power, after Becky froze her and left her floating off in space, has been kind of just idly floating out there in the cold recesses of space, and someone has found her. Someone has found her and collected her and defrosted her. That someone, to no one's surprise, is Brainiac. So Brainiac has found Miss Power, and he's like, interesting specimen. Almost Kryptonian, but I know you are not. So in this story, we kind of talk about Miss Power's, what she really is. What she is kind of an amalgam species where they've taken, the best parts of other beings and, grafted them onto themselves. It's kind of like modding a car, only you're modding your body even on a genetically structural level. So that's so Miss Power's species does that, where they kind of take, they harvest and graft the best parts of other species and put them onto themselves. And Brainiac's talking to her. He's like, "Most interesting. Too bad your species was not interesting enough for me to spare them." And she's like, because she knows who he is. Like, she knows it's Brainiac. How could you not be out in space and not know who Brainiac is? And she's like, yeah, because she knows what he's capable of. So he's like, I shall perhaps I'll learn more from dissection. And she's like, wait. Before you do that, have you been to Earth? And he's like, multiple times. This doesn't help your case. And she goes, have you ever been? I know, like, I've heard about you and Superman. Like, I've heard about you and Superman fighting each other. Ever been to Fair City? And he's like, it's been on my scanner, but why should I care? And he's like, because there's a Lexiconian there. And he's like, do tell. So now we have our we have our villain team up between Miss Power and Brainiac. So meanwhile, Becky's talking to Clark, like what it was like to meet Clark Kent and all that, and wanting to meet Superman. And at that same time, what happens is Eileen has been angered by someone saying it's not her birthday, and she's going on a rampage. So he's like, okay, word up. So she flies over there and is battling the birthday girl, and then when Eileen smacks her down, like goes to punch her, a red and blue streak flies in and catches Eileen's fist, and he's like, hello, Wordgirl. It's nice we finally met. Superman is here, and everyone watching like the fight between Wordgirl and Eileen are like shocked at seeing Superman, and Clark is there like, hello. And even Eileen's like, whoa, Superman. He's like, hello, Eileen. I've heard a lot about you. Excuse me one moment. And rather than punch her, like, Wordgirl and Clark and Superman are like about to fight her, and then Superman goes, excuse me, birthday girl, Eileen, is it your birthday? Yes. It can't always, well, in a weird way, I suppose. Like, Superman talks her down and says, like, I suppose every day is your birthday, but the real treasure is how you spend your birthday with others. So maybe you should spend your day treating others as you would as if it was your birthday, your actual birthday, I mean. So she's like, oh, thanks, Superman. And Wordgirl's like, holy crap. He just did my job in like 2 minutes. So Superman. So after that, everyone's like rushing around like, oh my god, it's Superman. Like, Superman is in Fair City, and Wordgirl's like, hey, I'm still here, guys. And Superman is like, excuse me, Wordgirl's your superhero. Give her credit too. And they're like, yeah, but you're Superman. But you're Superman though. And then Superman flies off, goes like, I'm up and away. He's like, Scoops goes, he said the line. He's like, he's talking to Wordgirl as they're flying away. He's like, sometimes I just like to say it. It's fun. If you haven't noticed yet, this Superman is very much like a golden Silver Age kind of Superman. Not like pre-Crisis where you can like move planets, but more like that kind of like can-do Boy Scout attitude. Like that fun, here I am, I'm Superman, I'm here, like, I want to be everyone's friend. So Superman. Like the Superman everyone thinks. So Wordgirl's freaking out, like, holy crap, Superman, I'm hanging out with Superman, this is the greatest day of my life, oh my god, I'm meeting Superman, oh my god. And as one would expect, Superman's like, I get this a lot, but I wanted to meet you, Wordgirl, let's talk. So she brings Superman to her hidden base, and they talk about, like, Lexiconians and Kryptonians. More or less, the real reason why Superman wanted to read Wordgirl is because Lexiconians in this storyline, Lexiconians are a a deviation of the Kryptonian line, much like Kryptonians and Daxamites. Where, in this story, thousands of years ago, the elite of Krypton, thousands of years, like in the early days when Krypton learned how to man space travel, essentially what they did was at the time, the brightest minds on Krypton left. Like, they left and found another world, which they called Lexicon, and they evolved differently. They evolved differently from Krypton over the generations. So that was kind of the idea, is that Lexicon and Krypton are closely related. Like I said, they're a deviation of the Kryptonian bloodline. And so she's like, so we're kind of like cousins. He's like, in a way, yes. Now, as this is going on, what has happened is that something something has been seen headed to flying towards the city, and Superman's like, I know who this is, and she's like, it can't be. And he's like, it is. Brainiac has come to Fair City, and he's already dropping drones into the city. Like, he's sending drones to like harvest people and take them to his ship. And among them, leading the charge of the Brainiac drones, is Miss Power, who's now been like cybernetically enhanced. Because Brainiac was like, yeah, I'll help you, you can join me, but on my terms. So he cybernetically enhanced Miss Power with all of these like cybernetic pieces and made her kind of like what Brainiac did to the cyborg Superman, making her essentially like the herald of Brainiac. So Superman and Wordgirl are teaming up to take on, this villain, and they're fighting Miss Power. And at the same time, Superman already knows what's going to happen next. Once Brainiac is in position, he's going to shrink the city. And sure enough, that's what he does. He just takes Fair City and bottles it. And at the same time, Wordgirl has flown into the ship, and it's already leaving, while Superman is left fighting Miss Power. A cybernetically enhanced Miss Power, mind you, who also is like, Brainiac said that you were going to fight him, so here, opens up her chest, and it's a kryptonite rock. So Superman is now dealing with that, while Wordgirl is off facing Brainiac alone. So she goes into Brainiac. Becky and Captain Huggyface was among the people who were shrunk in the shrunken city, and what happens is that she's flying around and finds her city. Like, she finds her city in a little bottle, and is. And I want to have this fun moment where Dr. Two Brains is like. He wasn't even aware of what was going on. He looked out his window and sees a giant Wordgirl in a tiny, in like beyond a piece of glass, and he's eating cheese, and he's like, moldy cheese. He just throws it away and is like, boys, I'm gonna go just take 5. So Wordgirl does battle Brainiac, who reveals that Lexicon was a world ages ago that I wasn't able to take it. I wasn't able to take a piece of it, but if I couldn't have that information, no one could. So Brainiac reveals he destroyed Lexicon ages ago. So Wordgirl and him fight while Superman defeats Miss Power, and Wordgirl then after defeating Miss Power, Superman rocketed off to help fight Brainiac to help Wordgirl. The two take down Brainiac and place Fair City back where it is and blow it back up. Like, they get it back to regular size. But of course, Wordgirl's kind of bummed because now she's like living now she has realization that Brainiac, she's the last of her kind. And Superman goes, I know something about that. But he goes, even though I miss Krypton, I still have family. Like, I still have family, and Earth is my home. Sometimes, like, I have to remind myself that Krypton was never my home. Earth was. That can be the same for you. So yeah, Superman and Wordgirl hug, and they're like, they just hug and they fly off in separate directions. So end of story. If this was to be an episode, I would say like the word of the day would be assimilate. Like, that would be the one word, assimilate, because Brainiac assimilated Miss Power. As for the second word, I would say what would be the second word? Eradication. Like Brainiac wants to eradicate. There's the other word. Eradicate would be Brainiac eradicated lexicon in Krypton. So, alright, there you go, guys. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this Superman Wordgirl team-up? Did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. As always, if you haven't already, hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, where if you hit the 4th tier, you can send me requests for videos to do here on YouTube. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.